Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so very much for joining me. It really means the world to me. So today I am going to be recreating a look that you guys requested I do quite a while back, and I'm trying to catch up. Thank you so much for all the compliments that you give me on my eyeshadow looks and asking me to recreate them, because that is really special and I really appreciate it. And one of the ones that you requested was the Glitter Storm palette. I just love this palette. It is currently on sale at Sephora still for $30, and I think that is an absolute worthwhile price if you were interested in getting it. The packaging is what sucked me in, but the product inside is what keeps me going back to it. It does come with a spectacular mirror that you can use, and I will probably be utilizing at some point today. And inside the palette, it is very reflective, but inside the palette it does have a bit of a dark color story to it, but you can go light with some of the colors up here. And then these three glitters over here are the spectacular stars of the show, and that is what I'm going to be using on my lid today, because that's the look that I had done that you guys complimented me on. I'm not even sure why the palette has been reduced so much, because it is such a good palette. It is by Ciate London, which is a lesser known brand, but they do produce some excellent products. They also have the Glitter Flip liquid lipsticks, which I haven't, gotten into just yet, but I really want to. I've already done a lot of my face already. I just wanted to get most of that done because I wanted the eyes to be the star of the show today. And they don't give you the names on the back. All they have is on the front, which they are very hard to read because it is on the reflective surface, and I cannot read them at all. It's hard even with my glasses, so I'm just going to be pointing to them, and the first one I'm going to go over all of my lid with is this color in the corner here. If you're wondering why I'm off to the side and not directly facing front, is because keeping my head down, my neck and shoulders have been killing me, so having my mirror up a little higher and off to the side is what's going to work for me today. Shadows are a bit powdery, but I don't seem to experience a lot of fallout, especially if you tap off your brush. That just matches my skin tone very nicely and creates an all-over beautiful base. For my transition color that day, I took this shade over here, which is a matte pinky, like a dusty rose, I would say. Instead, I'm going to take my Juvia's Place J006. It really is just a blending brush, but it works fine for me as a transition brush. These colors are very pigmented, and I do not have any problem blending them out. So for me it is spring break, everybody, but unfortunately it doesn't mean much of a break for me. I actually have a ton of stuff to do all of this week. That's why I'm getting ready with you. I figured I've got to get ready. I may as well get ready with you guys, so that's what I am doing and enjoying it. Now these two colors here are more of a, I would say, like a satin matte, so I'm not going to use those for my crease color, but I am going to take this one and then this one as well. And I'm using my Morphe what are you, M330? Before I got so rudely interrupted by my memory card, I was talking about this brown shadow done here, which is very neutral, but it does have those purple undertones, which I think complement the palette really, really well. I'm still looking down slightly, so I have to look up and use this mirror because of my hooded eyes. If I don't, the colors will be uneven if I don't check and make sure that I brought them up far enough on each side. Last night I cleaned about half of my eye brushes. I can never do it all at once because my back winds up hurting from standing at the sink so long. And they did not all dry overnight. I don't know why. They usually do if I leave them overnight. But alas, they did all not dry. Did not all. I can't speak today. You know what I mean. And I can't figure out why this palette is on sale. Next, I'm going to take this deeper purple in here, and I'm going to add this to my outer V. And I'm keeping it much lower than my other shades. Sometimes I wish this was my full-time job, because I have so many videos that I have ideas and I want to film and I want to do, but unfortunately there's just not enough hours in the day between my jobs and this, and it gets like so frustrating. I'll never quit my other job, remember, but you know, sometimes you want to do things that you enjoy and not always the things that you have to do, but the things that we have to do always take precedence. So I say to myself, I will get to all of my videos eventually, and hopefully you guys will want to watch and enjoy them. Now if you didn't want to add as much drama and you just wanted a more neutral look, you could have left out that darker purple and just gone with those two and added one of these shimmer shades to your lid. I want to go further than that because that's the look that I did in my other video. I always have the hard time choosing which of these three shimmers to use. I think I used these two in the previous video as far as I can remember, but today I am going to use this color in the center as the base for my lid color so that the glitter has something essentially to have a darker color underneath. Again, for a less dramatic look, these nice satiny shimmery shades are absolutely stunning. If you'll notice, I have no fallout at all. I am going to predominantly use my finger, and I'm going to take this one. Using my finger, I've just placed that all over my lid. Now I want to see how a brush, and I'm going to use brush works, I'm going to use a wet brush. You do want to use as flat of a shader brush as possible because of the consistency. They're not a wet type of glitter really. And I'm just using my Ulta Beauty Eye Shader. Now with a wet brush, they do go on a little chunky, more chunky. So I'm going to go back to using my finger. But you can see with the wet brush, the intensity is huge. I said I personally do not need glitter glue when I use these. If you have oily eyelids, which I don't, you might. Now right in the center of this, I'm going to take this glitter with a different finger and tap that in the center. As you can see, the absolute reflection that you get from these is stunning. I'm going to go back into this cream colored shade. I just kind of wanted to blend it. I'm taking another flat shader brush and I'm using this shade down here. Now again, that does have a little bit of shimmer, so if you want something neutral, you can go into another color. I'm very lightly dipping into the purple, the deeper purple. Hello everybody, I am back and I just finished off my makeup. I just want to go over quickly what I did for the rest of my eyes. For my eyeliner on the top of my lid, I'm using my LA Splash Galactic Architect, no, not Galactic, that's a brand, Architect eyeliner, which I really do like very much. And on my top waterline, I'm using my Almay Gel Smooth Liner. For my my bottom waterline, I'm using the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil, and this one is in Delinquent. It's like a purpley color. For my blush, I am using the Too Faced Love Flush in Crazy in Love. This is such a pretty color. I need to go very light-handed because it is very pigmented, but I do like these very much, and I just love the little packaging. On my lips, I'm wearing the Yves Saint Laurent lipstick. Unfortunately, the color has worn off on the bottom. It's just their very pinky nude color, and I think it goes really, really well. Of course, I have been pulling for this all the time. This is the Flower Beauty highlighting palette, the shimmer and strobe. And let's see if my lighting will behave. And I'm using this one I'm using this one today on my cheeks. And then for my brow bone and my inner corner, I used this one as well. So I can tell you that this Glitter Storm palette is an absolutely spectacular palette. You may not get your makeup done because you will be sitting there watching this, which I do quite often. Is that strange? But if you are able to afford the $30 price tag, I think it is a very worthwhile palette that I would not say you'd be wasting your money on. As I said, I do pull for it quite often, and you don't have to always go as glam as I like to do with the sparkle on my lids. You can create a more subtle color. I'm an over-the-top person. I love my glitter, and these glitters, as I said, I don't personally get any fallout, but I remember I do not have oily eyelids, so that may be something for you to think about. But the Sephora VIB sale is coming up in a couple of weeks. For Rouge, it starts on the 26th, and I believe on May 1st that it is starting for VIB members, and then Insider as well. They're giving us, for Rouge, the 20% off coupon, which I think is fabulous. I won't be picking up too much stuff, but I do want to get things that do not go on sale often, so that I can save the money. If there are things I know that I can get for cheaper if I just wait a little while because the brands themselves have sales, then I'm going to be doing that. But I will be spending a little bit of money, and I have a $100 gift card from cashing in my points, so there's that. So that is my thoughts on this palette. As I said, if you have this palette, let me know your thoughts, please. Do you enjoy it? Do you think you might be picking it up? If you're able to. And once again, my friends, thank you so very much for joining me. You guys mean the absolute amazing world to me. If no one has told you that you are spectacular, beautiful, and the most amazing person in the world, I'm telling you, because you are. And whatever part of the world you are in, on, and around, I hope you have an amazing day, an amazing week. And I'll be sending you a lot this week because it is spring break. Okay, love you guys. Bye.